right? I can do this, and honestly, I'm doing what is in my heart. I'm robbing nobody, and you know, I ain't setting up nobody. There's no crime. I'm honestly doing music the way I feel to do it, and I want to be one of the people to take it from one plane to the next. This is not supposed to be, well, this is for, this is the person to do it, or that is the person to do it. It's not supposed to be so. What about if all of us have the opportunities to do it? And what happens if one person miss? What are you going to do then? Are you going to just stockpile everything and say, well, we had the chance and that was it? What happened to all these other artists who have an opportunity to take it because maybe this style didn't work? You understand what I'm saying? And even though a Soul Train Award came to soca and we played on mainstream stations throughout the US and wherever else, that doesn't necessarily mean that I have the formula or that this is the formula to make it happen. This is just probably just, it's just the opening of the door. The person to really, you know, set it free out in the world. They're probably the next generation coming. They're probably right there right now. And they ain't discovered it yet. We never know.
But you think that's a fair from the artist to because you were able to do it, and you were confident in yourself and your music to break those boundaries and just put out music. You think there's a fair that persons are like, okay, it has to be soca, it has to have this kind of feel to it, and they're scared that going out of those boundaries, it won't be successful. People will ignore it.
That is one of that's one of the main things. No one is saying no one is saying to dilute it or change any original form or such. But there has been templates and blueprints from before. Look at what happened with Shabarangs, the Elephant Band. Right? Look what happened with these guys from way back when hip hop and they don't stop from them to KRS-One to 50 Cent Jay-Z now. Watch out what happened over time, because remember right in the US there, rap was something you never wanted. Right. Now it is like the dominant force of music, one of the dominant forces of music throughout the US. But it went through one particular phase before it went into full onslaught, like this is the way we do it, right? The plan wasn't to flip the soca in order for a breakthrough or a crossover. Our plan was just to do something different and just set it free, right? We was not sure that it was going to go anywhere. So we didn't have that in our heads, like this is going to go in this market and it's going to go. We knew it was going to invoke a different response from the societies that know the music, and we knew it was going to go beyond the territories. We just didn't know how far, and we didn't know how wide and for how long. So it happened, right? So imagine if we had actually planned to do something like that. There's no telling, it could have flopped, it could have gone further. But nonetheless, nature took its own course there, and forced an evolution, because change happens, evolutions do happen. And I always say, Mother Nature has a way where if you fight your own evolution or you fight evolution, she's going to force evolution to happen, right? So as much as you try to hold back and say, this is the way we want to do it, this is the way things are going to happen that will force you to adapt to the times. A lot of people still, up to this time, they don't trust motor cars. Within the West Indian region, they don't trust motor cars. They prefer to walk. But the way things are done now, they have no choice but to jump in a taxi to go from here to there, or to get a vehicle, right? Evolution does take place, so we just have to adapt to it. So you know, to what you just said, I think a lot of the artists they're very cautious. Because remember now, we reside in some unforgiving societies, that if you tamper with this too much, the people just bust your throat one time, so to speak, and they really don't want to give you a chance again, because what we do is sacred to us. It is indigenous to us. It is sacred to us. It is what we grow with. It is what we understand. It's our lifeline. It's our backbone. So if you try to interfere with the vertebrae too much, it'll cause some discomfort. But nonetheless, I believe, just as in any other military force, music is the same way. You're supposed to have snipers, you're supposed to have cavalry, you're supposed to have infantry, you're supposed to have you know, the divers, you're supposed to have paratroopers, you're supposed to have different people able to do different things, but bring all the components together to make a full platoon move forward.
Viking, that's Bunji Garlin is there. Good morning. International thing that Bunji might decide to move away from that.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm going to take full advantage of the situation here because for those who know me know that I'm also first in different genres of music. Do the dancehall, so I am able now to broaden my horizons, do what I want, and get momentum as I see it. I recently just did like Truck on the Road.
Right.
Just did the trap remix with A$AP Ferg. Right?
Yes.
Shabba Ranks, just in case anybody who don't know. Right? And then, of course, look, for example, Carnival to Banca remix, we had Taurus Riley.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And then we have some other projects there that, a lot of projects that just came from hip-hop producers, dancehall producers, Latin producers, right? And the reason the projects has come along because they see now, a lot of them didn't understand how to work with soca and how to work with a soca artist. So now that they understand the way the world's meeting now, because the music across the board in all different genres, basically around the same tempo right now, right? Well, as opposed to the power soca thing.
Right.
Or the groovy ones, they're in the same BPMs as this dance music or this hip hop or this. So it's easy to transition. And then you have a lot of tones borrowed from each other. So you have soca with tones from EDM music. You have dancehall with songs and tones from soca. You have soca with songs from dancehall. You have EDM with sounds and beats from soca and beats from dancehall. So you have more even playing field now to transition from. So the DJs have an easier time now to mix from one music to the next. So
very easy, very easy.
Yeah, really easy.
Yeah.
So obviously the producers are looking on and realizing, hey, now we know how to work with this. Now we know how to deal with this. Let's get some things happening. So you find a lot of collaborations now with soca artists and Major. Look, Skinny Fabulous just did something with Major Lazer too. Right? You have a lot of that happening. Just Now productions from Just Now Music from London who did Savage and Truck on the Road.
Yeah.
And they have now, they branch out and working with some artists in the UK and this
right.
So you have this transition happening. So naturally I will adapt and shift between boundaries and genres back and forth. But my mainstay, of course, will be soca.
Yeah, because I remember Radigan getting excited about that spot. Radigan, DJ.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Bunji Garlin. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So good vibes. I know that has been in people's mind. Well, now that contract signing with a big label
right.
or whatever, they have a tendency. These labels have a tendency of taking changing the direction.
Yeah.
I must, on this note, say a special shout and big up to VP Records and RCA Records for understanding where I come from as a musician and as a human being, the region I come from and the art that I come from. And there's no way at all ask or put pressure to change any direction. Everything is left up to me. All the creative side is left up to me to decide where next I want to shift my music to and what I would like to do. And I really respect them for that and giving me that freedom of creativity. And it's also, is somewhat like full circle because some of the first recorded calypsos like 100 years ago to be signed to a major label was RCA Victor, which is like one of the
oldest
underling bodies to RCA Records.
Yeah.
And they have some of the old calypsos from 100 years ago signed. So to come 100 years forward now and sign a soca artist, it just is the storytelling itself.
So what well, I don't know if you can say, but the relationship between you and VP Records, what's the plans for the future? Albums, touring?
The album just went up 3 nights ago. The album went up for pre-order on iTunes. So because the venture is VP Records, RCA Records. Right. So we're working on the album. Well, this album out here now, and then VP Records will move on to the next album after this one. Right, and we continue the relationship.
That's an exciting future you have there with them. Yeah.
Groovy is taking over the soca world, you think?
Well, I wouldn't say taking over. I think it's just re-establishing itself to its former position because our music wasn't always 160, 165 BPMs. Right, that started happening with the invention of soca. And then you had the artists like Iowa George and the Super Blue. And Super Blue revolutionized it and have everybody now get something and wave in every genre of music. But originally Calypso music was a slow melody from way back when. So groovy is just a mirror image of what Calypso was way back when in terms of the speed and everything.
And of course, more people understanding it internationally as well.
Yeah. Because you're able to put melodies, you know, and you don't have to. Naturally, I think psychological effects. And you hear power soca, you automatically, once you're from this region here, as you hear power music, you automatically think in like about 3 categories. A song about whining, a song about waving, a song about partying hard, right? Very few times you find people able to go out of the box with that. And this is where we made our stronghold in terms of lyrical content. Myself, Maximus Da, this one, that one. You understand? Like yesterday I was hearing a song from Ricky T, something like they want to be like me or something.
Yeah, the
truth.
Right. I listened to that song, I tried to write it and realized it was radio. Right? But lyrical content, heavy play on lyrical content, but the beat was fast. Right? But with groovy now, once you hear a groovy beat, for some reason, most of the artists automatically come out of the stringent zone. And they, for some reason, they're able, the kaleidoscope of things that they could think about, it just get, you know, wide. So variation come across it. You hear topics that you normally may not even hear. You hear it happening in groovy. And that works. It works.
Yeah. Sexy in Black is on. The Viking is there. Until tonight, you, of course, have been doing it for a number of years. Also, we want to get some props because you've worked with St.Lucian producers as well.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, from the Caribbean, you 758, of course, so you're collaborating with them.
We didn't get to work in a while. We always, every few days or every few weeks, we always back and forth. You know, Ken always linking, yo, ding, bam, 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 then. But we never get a chance to really sit on anything yet, per se. Because of, you know, momentum and this and that. But the important thing is that we always maintain the link, you know, and because when it's time for the bomb to happen, the bomb will happen.
You might have Bunji on the cow way. You know. Check. Listen, so what are we expecting for tonight? I mean, our band, yes.
Tonight is going to be crazy, you know. Well, I don't know me, suit up black.
Yes.
Time you see Bunji Garlin black suit, you know, that black suit means business.
Yes.
And then it's a sexy in black. So the whole audience is business tonight. Everybody means business in that place tonight.
Now, you know, last year, the crowd did not want y'all to stop. Fan started singing Adele, Fan drop a little Western on us and things. So, you know, tonight your fans are coming out in numbers to represent.
Now, we intend to see the same thing happening again, you know. They hear that you sing until the people, you know, the lights come on and something. We like to do that because we don't specifically plan like a performance. We plan the set, like the order of the songs. And we know these are the songs that we want to go with. But we don't go like a rehearsal, like, all right, rehearse and after 2 verses you switch. And after 1 verse you switch. We just leave it open between all songs, just in case something happens that they can just improvise on. Improvise because the atmosphere is just like that. You understand? And anybody who partying in St.Lucia know, especially this event, Sexy in Black. You know the kind of craziness that crowd is just be out there, just full of vibes. Full of vibes. And surprisingly though, and I will say it on radio, as opposed to back home in Trinidad and Tobago, I observed the VIP last year. And realized that they was getting on better than general admission.
Yeah, man. No stush.
So let me see.
As a matter of fact, we have a new female VIP this year.
What was it? What?
Red light this year.
God. I can only imagine what going to happen inside. You know? Nonetheless, let's go out and have some fun tonight. We're going to have the whole squad is here, the whole band. Everybody from the band is here. Full hall, 9 section, this, that. Sign on Viking on deck. We have the craziest drummer, the animal. Right? Are we ready? And I mean, he and all might even come and take the microphone too and do something tonight. In fact, everybody on the stage might just grab the mic and do something tonight. We intend to just make it crazy.
Alright.
Yeah.
You've been listening to some of the tracks on St.Lucia. Are ready for Carnival?
No, well, yesterday I heard the Ricky. What's the name of the Ricky?
The Truth. Yeah.
And then the Hurt It.
Yes.
Right? And then last night I saw an interview. Is that little guy, yo?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
17.
That's good. That's good. And I saw him on the TV last night, and he was giving thanks and bringing up his teacher and this and that. And that was real nice. It was really, you know, because he's still in school or he just finished?
I think he just finished. He just finished school.
Well, this man, he really talked highly of his teacher on TV. Not big up whoever, I can't remember the name. And they brought me up well and this and that. And I was like, yes, That is what we like to see.
That's the direction.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. And he seems eager because he was talking and he had this kind of smile on his face like
he ready to drop the track.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I like that fire scene, you know. So you know, I wish him the best. I wish him all the best. I didn't get to hear none of the other songs as yet. I mean, I have a whole day to listen out and enjoy it for a bit.
We'll warm you up.
I usually every territory we go, I always look for a CD with all the songs to go back with because some of these songs, you know, will filter home to Trinidad and Tobago. So we have some of the DJs.
You have a #1 DJ with you though.
Ding Dong,
yes,
right? from WFM.
Yeah, but the gentleman with you last night take the photos and stuff. He's a DJ as well, isn't he?
Titan.
Yeah. And he's huge, you know.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Well, he's a DJ. He does his own promotions and all that. He does promotions all up the island and stuff.
Right.
And he working with us since Carnival to now.
Okay.
You know, he's not exclusive to us or anything.
Okay.
But the relationship we have, he just chooses not to really venture anywhere. So we give thanks for that. We have to respect that.
Yeah.
And you know, so yeah. Yeah, good
Set,
good
we're good. We're on for tonight. The Vikings. I want to thank you for joining us as always.
Problem at all.
We're doing it for live, sexy, and black and on. You know what Bunji is good at, huh? So come and get him. Let's see he up and he can freestyle and that, you know.
Oh gosh. Check. Yeah, the music low. Oh yeah, because it's just a song.
Yeah.
Check. We not van this morning. Bunji Garlin there. When we come out, tell them sexy and black we later. Bunji Garlin for young lions and tell them around the equator. We gonna mash up the place around the gate. You mash it up later. Huh? We come St.Lucia. Tell them me no easy. You will see me on the radio. No. See me on the TV. Hear me on the airwave. Tell them we not easy. We gonna mash up the place and screen black it around the whole country. Then fly out tomorrow. Go Boston tomorrow. Mash up show tomorrow. A big tune tomorrow. Then go back on Monday. And take back the Sunday. But you see, today is Saturday when we go mash it up same way. I mean, today is the Friday. And every Friday is my day. I tell them jump off the highway. Bunji Garlin will tell them the byway. I say it. Tell them the skyway. When the people jump, we just laugh way. This is Carnival in St.Lucia time. Everybody break way. When we come to security, the youth man tell them to hurt it. The money we pay and we worth it. I tell them to convert it. Alright, I take off the headphone now and tell them split it. Leaving and going back to the hotel to sleep this morning because I just worth it.